Brooklyn woman who allegedly threw hot coffee and yelled Islamophobic slurs at a man of Indian descent and his 18-month-old son has been arrested and charged with multiple hate crimes. The arrest was made almost 2 weeks after a viral video of the incident circulated online. Ashish Pashar, age 40, who was wearing a keffiyeh, a black and white Palestinian scarf, was with his son at a Fort Greene playground on November 7th when the woman approached him, yelling at him, striking him, and throwing her phone and coffee at him. Quote, "You and your son, get away." Police stated that she made anti Muslim statements directed at the two of them. The woman, age 48, was arrested Tuesday and charged with 9 counts, including 4 hate crimes: assault, assault of a person under 11, reckless endangerment, aggravated harassment, and menacing, according to the police report. She has pled not guilty to all the charges and was released on her own recognizance. Who recorded the attack and went viral, has spoken out about Palestinian rights and mass deaths in Gaza Strip during the Israel Hamas war. The keffiyeh he has worn has been a garment often donated at pro Palestine rallies as a show of solidarity. He told NBC New York that the scarf was given to him more than a decade ago in the occupied West Bank by a Christian Palestinian. He also stated that he was holding his child when the woman called him a terrorist and began hurling objects at him. If he hadn't put his son down, he stated that the child could have been burned by her coffee. Quote, "This is post 9/11 again. Like every brown person now is a target, we've been completely dehumanized by our president and our institutions." In a tweet about the incident, Parashar expressed frustration that the NYPD took 2 weeks to make the arrest. Quote, "No parent should feel unsafe to take their child to a playground because someone decides that you are less than human." I'm just going to say this. I don't really have a dog in this race, either which way it goes, and I've stated that before. But to do a unprovoked attack because you feel a certain type of way because somebody's wearing a scarf, that's completely stupid. That's a thousand, like you don't even know who this person is. This person didn't even do anything to you. They were just existing, and because of an article of clothing, not because of anything that they stated, or if they tried to poke and prod and try to have a conversation, or it wasn't any of those things that happened. She literally saw him with the scarf and started assaulting this guy, on top of the fact that he has a child directly with him. Like, nobody knows the temperature of that coffee. Just imagine if that coffee was fresh directly from Starbucks or whoever she got it from and she was throwing it. Just think about how hot coffee normally is and what damage that can do to an adult. Now just think how much damage that would do to a baby. A baby where their skin is not tough. Their skin is still new, it's still young. It hasn't gone through, this environment. Like it's gonna cause some nice damage. It's gonna cause some very nice damage there. Like I said before, I don't have a dog in this race, but this woman needs to be arrested, and she shouldn't have been released on her own recognizance because she logically is illogical. So I'm not even sure who made the call to directly release her. Like I said, there's too much stuff going on, and there's a lot of things that are happening that people should be paying attention to. But like I said, I get it. It's sleight of hands, shift of hands, however you want to sit up there and put it. And, they got people focused, on certain things versus being focused on other things. I get it. Like I said, I see how it's going to shift. I see a lot of things that are transpiring are going to happen. People are going to catch up late in 2024 when things start to, take place and people really understand anyways. Again, she should not have been released on her own recognizance. She needs to be jailed. She needs to have an ankle monitor. This woman is completely 100% unhinged. She should not be around the public at all. And this guy needs to sue her for everything that she got. Like I said, you need to make examples. You need to make very tough examples out of some people sometimes. And that woman is one of those people. Like I said, if you're gonna go out on a limb and do something like that, take that somewhere else. Take that somewhere else. Don't bring all of that nonsense here to the United States. We already got enough problems to deal with. Take that elsewhere. Like I said, we don't need to have a society where people are like, "Oh, I'm just emotional about the situation. Let me just, throw whatever I have closest to me just to solve it." No, that's nonsensical. That's crazy. That's dangerous. And again, luckily it was coffee in there because there's been a variety of incidences where other types of liquids or chemicals were found in cups or bottles, and people decided to throw it directly at somebody, causing irreparable harm and damage directly to that person. So again, an example needs to be made to set a precedence to let people know, like, hey, just because you feel a certain type of way, don't be stupid and act like this woman, because these charges, this type of sentencing, this type of time in jail or prison will happen to you if you decide to act something completely different versus what you normally do. Like I said, but due to the effect of people picking and choosing whatnot or whatever, this is what happens. So dude is like, hey, I don't know why it took them 2 weeks to basically make this arrest or to investigate. I can tell you why it took 2 weeks. I can tell you exactly why, but I'll leave that up for everybody else to decipher.